What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I want to give a shout out to the city of Baltimore in Baltimore County. Much love to the brothers and sisters out in the DMV. I have received this particular article, and in this article, it deals with the principal at Pikesville High School. Now, there's an audio recording where a voice is believed to be for Principal Eric Eisworth, and he's complaining about two things that he doesn't like in the community. One is Jewish and one is black. And what they believe that the recording that they've heard could be AI generated. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to play the news clip for this, and then I'm going to come back.
You know, this is all anybody can talk about in Pikesville, and it's for all the wrong reasons. An audio clip with what some say sounds like the principal of Pikesville High School launching into a racist and anti-Semitic tirade. But there is some speculation about the clip itself. WMER2 News' Jack Watson has been looking into this story for us tonight. So, Jack, do we even know, is this audio clip even real?
Well, Kelly, that's what the school district and others are trying to figure out tonight. We haven't been able to authenticate it either. I spoke with some Pikesville High School parents tonight, and they say the audio is shocking. And there's also growing chatter that the clip could have been generated using artificial intelligence.
I was literally speechless. And it's like
Michelle Davis Adams heard that audio clip on Wednesday from her two sophomores at Pikesville High School.
My daughter had the clip and she played it for me. And I said, "What? Is that principal?" And she said, "Yes, Mommy."
The audio, which we've chosen not to broadcast, contains racist and anti-Semitic comments allegedly from the voice of high school principal Eric Eisworth. It's prompting a school investigation. Baltimore County Superintendent Dr. Miriam Rogers said in part, quote, "Although BCPS cannot confirm the veracity of this recording at this time, we are taking this matter seriously and have launched an investigation. Once we have determined the facts, we will swiftly address the incident." And there are still several more facts we're waiting on. WMAR is unable to verify the authenticity of the audio, and there's speculation in the community here that the clip itself was AI generated, created by a computer to sound exactly like the principal. UMBC cybersecurity professor Rick Forno says AI-generated clips are on the rise. And with AI now a part of our society, we should pause and let experts determine whether this is.
So what we have to do is take a deep breath and stop and think and do some due diligence. Let the experts look at this recording and see, is this a real recording? Was this generated by some type of technical tool?
Whether the clip is real or not, hearing such offensive words circulating in this community hurts.
I was really praying, in fact, that this was not accurate and that this is not true.
Rabbi Rachel Sabbath has a freshman who goes to the high school.
If it's true, obviously he needs to be dismissed and replaced immediately. I also think it's an opportunity for the Baltimore County Public Schools to do a lot more training of all of their teachers, principals, leaders, everybody involved about what it means to speak about a certain population.
Parents tell me this is a very close-knit community. All who talk to me are hopeful that the clip and the horrible things said within it are not real.
I'm very prayerful that it's not accurate because I'm concerned for the staff, the faculty, the students, the community, as well as him and his family. If it is the truth, he needs to be removed immediately.
We've also reached out to the union representing the principal and the principal himself. We did not hear back tonight. We should also note that in our state, you need someone's permission to record them on the phone or in a conversation, Kelly.
So again, this is disturbing, and of course it is sad, but I want to talk about, I'll leave the Jewish thing alone. I'm not familiar with Jewish communities for the most part anyway. I don't know how they really work, but I do know a lot about the black community. And what I've been told with regards to Baltimore and its respective cities in that county is that test scores are low. And a lot of people would be appalled at somebody for saying this as a principal. Let me just kind of talk to you brothers and sisters about this, because y'all not gonna like what I'm about to say. Anybody who lives in an area where students have the lowest test scores in the nation or on the East Coast, I have a question for you. I want you to be honest. What do you think people say about such people? Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about, because we need to be honest here, right? Any team who is the worst team in the NFL that always loses, the worst players in the NBA, Detroit Pistons, I believe they had, 30 games in a row that they lost. What do you think people are saying about them, privately or publicly? What do you think? Just imagine what they're saying, okay? So let's take that same mindset and let's talk about this with terms of the black young youth that, for whatever reason, are having problems with their test scores. They're not only talking about them, they're talking about their families. And again, we are upset about people when they allegedly say something or not say something. We should also be upset about our kids' results, because if they wasn't the last place, wouldn't nobody to talk about them. They would have something else to say. Now, obviously, if this is true, that man needs to be fired and he needs to apologize to the respective communities in which he's offended. I have no problem in admitting that. But we gotta be honest about this, family. We know that our kids are not doing well, okay? We don't, and you know what, one of the things I'm seeing, and I would say this, when my father was in the house, man, he make you do your homework, you have to read. Your mother doesn't really make you do that, okay? I'm gonna be honest, at least for me. Academic excellence was something that my father was more interested in, okay? My mother, I didn't really take her seriously. And what's happening? A lot of these young kids know that their parents or their parent, be mom and dad, hey, it's not gonna be something that you need to really think about, right? It's not important. Oh, you want to do school? For what? I don't want to do school. What is that? I want to be a rapper. I want to be a ball player. Who got time for school? So your kids come, they can barely read, some of them, all right? Not that they don't have the talent, but they don't, because nobody forces them to do it. Then when somebody comes and says your kids are not doing X, Y, and Z, oh, I'm appalled. And you should be appalled, because it's insensitive being, like I said, what black people have been through. But God damn it, at what point do we stop being victims? At what point, family? At what point do we stop saying, you know what? Damn it, we need to do something for our kids. We need to make sure that we don't be having kids, with the parents not going to be there. We don't create any resources for what's going on. Then when you get mad when these people, look at what Vlad TV says about Taraji P. Henson. Then you have Michael Rappaport. Well, because people who get power and they can take care of their situations, they're going to talk down on those who can't defend themselves. And we got every reason to want to defend ourselves. Our kids are just as intelligent, just as smart, just as great as anybody else. But we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're doing everything else but that. Then we want to get upset when somebody making fun of your kids because you're not doing the job or I'm not doing the job. And it's sad. It's sad. We need to stop playing around. We need to stop lying, family. We need to stop lying about this and start being real and honest about the situation. Either you're going to compete or you're going to get ran over. That's how it's going to be. You're going to compete, you're going to get ran over. And folks is going to run us over. And again, we don't know if this is true, but the outrage for something that, look, we not being real about, we don't want to be honest about it. That's our issue. That's our issue. We need to stop playing, family. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Let's Up Your Drunk. Appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.